Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. 23 New Zealanders were on board a plane that suffered such severe turbulence that 71 people were taken to hospital, 2 of them Kiwis. One person died from a suspected heart attack.
The flight from London to Singapore plunged 2 kilometres in 3 minutes and was forced to land in Bangkok. As Adam Hollingworth reports, a witness has told of how one Kiwi woman's quick thinking saved her from serious injury.
10 hours into the Singapore Airlines flight from London to Singapore, just as the meal service began, chaos erupted.
The plane starts shaking, and at that point, I just know that, okay, well, I'm just gonna, huddle in, but, it kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Unbuckled passengers dented the ceilings as they were hurled from their seats.
Going completely horizontal, hitting the ceiling and landing back down in, really awkward positions. People, getting massive gashes in their head. Concussions.
Just seeing objects and things flying through the air. There was a poor elderly lady with an awful gash on her head covered in blood.
Oxygen masks dropped, panels came loose, hand luggage was thrown everywhere.
I don't know how long it lasted for, but it felt like it was only just a few seconds. As soon as it stopped, I was a bit shaken. I made a joke with the passenger next to me. I was like, gosh, that was a bit horrific, wasn't it? And we looked behind me, and that's when I realised the severity of it.
Andrew Davis was sitting in front of a 73-year-old British man who died from a suspected heart attack.
We are very sorry for the traumatic experience that everyone on board SQ321 went through.
The Boeing 777-300ER took off from London Heathrow at 10:38 p.m, headed for Singapore's Changi Airport. There were storms, and preliminary flight data shows the plane encountered a sudden, turbulent event lasting about a minute. That was just off the coast of Myanmar. The pilot sent an emergency signal, and the plane descended from 37,000 feet to 31,000 feet, almost 2 kilometres, in 3 minutes. The plane diverted to Bangkok, where it carried out an emergency landing. Ambulances were scrambled to help the injured. 211 passengers and 18 crew were on board. 71, almost a third, were treated. 2 were Kiwis, one reportedly receiving 31 stitches, but one witness says another saved herself with her quick thinking.
There's a lady behind me, I think from New Zealand, who was unbuckled, but she very, really quickly buckled in. The people who didn't respond or were sleeping were the ones that unfortunately really suffered a lot.
The incident comes after 50 people were treated after an issue on board a flight from Sydney to Auckland just 2 months ago, though we still don't know the cause. Turbulence accounts for more than a third of airline accidents, though few people die. The last confirmed casualty was in 1997. One expert says it's too early to know for sure if turbulence is solely to blame for this incident.
I would call this right now is an in-flight upset, whether that is a result of atmospheric turbulence or whether it's the result of something else.
A Singapore Airlines plane carrying 131 of the 211 passengers later departed Bangkok for Singapore. Experts say the incident underlines the importance of wearing your seatbelt at all times. Adam Hollingworth, Newshub.